Requirement 4 for the Fix-It adventure for you Weeblos and Arrow of Light. Requirement number 4 has 21 different Fix-It projects for you to do. You don't have to do all 21 of them. You have to do 8 of them. So today we're going to do 4 items from that list, and then tomorrow we'll do 4 more. So tune in again tomorrow. See what we do for our last 4. You can do the same 4 we're doing. You can do a different 4. It depends on what you might need to fix around your house or your home or your yard. There's outdoor things as well. So one of the items on the list of Fix-It items is to fix a loose drawer handle. So we have a loose drawer handle here. It's a little extra loose after a little bit of playing with it, but so most drawer knobs have a screw on the inside. So you're going to need to find the right size screwdriver, right? And you're going to put that into the screw head. And then usually you're going to twist the actual knob, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and you're going to tighten it nice and tight. You forgot lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Get it nice and tight, and you're good to go. Now, if the screw keeps loosening on you, one thing you can do is get a lock washer to add into there. I don't have one as an example right now, but talk to your adult partner, and they can probably show you what a lock washer is. And it's a washer that's designed to, once you tighten it, to keep it from loosening again. So that's how you fix a loose drawer handle. Our second item for our Fix-It projects is going to be fixing a squeaky door hinge. There's nothing more annoying than a squeaky door hinge. So we've got a hinge up here that's squeaking. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's squeaking. So you're going to need some form of lubricant, WD-40. This is a silicone lubricant. Whatever you happen to have at home is fine. You might need to go grab something, but you're just going to pour it into the joint of the hinge. It works way in. And then you don't need a lot, a few drops, and then you're going to open and close the door a few times to let it work its way in. So, no more squeak.
Which is a good thing.
Yep. Our next Fix-It project is to fix a flat tire on a bicycle. Right? So we have a flat tire on a bicycle. So first thing you're going to need to know is what is the pressure you're supposed to inflate your tire to. And the tire on the side is going to say somewhere your pressure level. So go ahead and find our pressure level.
40 psi.
All right, 40 psi. Next thing you're going to need is your tire inflator. Make sure you're not in the way of the camera. All right. So a lot of people have a pump style hand pump tire inflator. We have a power inflator, but whatever you use. They both are going to have the same kind of attachment here. So you're going to have to take the cap off of the valve stem. Don't lose it. They're very easy to lose. Right. And you're going to place the nozzle over the valve stem. And there's going to be a little handle lever that you're going to have to flip down. If you have a hand pump, you start pumping away until you reach 40 psi. If you have a power one, you gotta press the button until it hits 40 psi. eye on that gauge that tells you what the pressure is at. You don't want to go past what it says the maximum pressure is, because that can damage the tire, or if you go too far, it can literally blow up in your face. And I've seen that happen. It's really loud, and yeah, you just don't want that. So then you're gonna have to release the lever and pull the nozzle off of the valve stem. You're gonna lose a little bit of air, so do it quickly and you won't lose too much. And then you're gonna put the valve stem cap back on. Now, if you think you have an actual leak in the tire and it's not just flat from winter, being left out over winter, one way to tell if you have a slow leak, if you can't hear it, you take a little spritz ball, put some water, and put a little bit of dish soap in it, and spray the tire all over. If there's a leak, you're gonna see the bubbles start to come out.
We don't have any leaks, according to the soapy water.
And that's how you fix a flat tire on a bicycle. Our fourth fix-it item is we are going to check the tire pressure and the oil level in a car. So a car tire is actually very similar to the bicycle tire, and that's got this little valve stem here. So you're gonna have to take the cap of the valve stem off. And you're going to need a tool called a tire pressure gauge. So when you press this up against the valve stem, it lets the tire air into the nozzle, and it forces this little stem out, and it's got markings on it that tells you what the tire pressure is. So what's the tire pressure? 34 psi, which is about where I want it. It's a little high, but the last time I filled it was when it was cold out, so that's how that happens. Right. So the next thing on the car is to check the oil level.
This was blown away.
So to check the oil level, you're gonna find this little item here. It's gonna be colored yellow. It's called a dipstick. Yes, a dipstick. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to laugh at that. Okay, so you're gonna pull that out, and you're gonna see some oil on the dipstick. There's some markings at the bottom of the dipstick to tell you whether the oil is full or needs to be filled. The problem is if your car's been moving, some of that oil might have splashed up and over and around the stick. So you're gonna wipe off the oil first. Then you're gonna stick the dipstick back into its slot. Let it sit for a couple of seconds, and then pull it back out. And show the camera. Okay. So hopefully you can see, yeah. There you go. You can see that the oil is up by the higher marking. So we have good level of oil in the car. So that's our first 4 fix-it items. So look around your home and see what is on the list that you might need to fix.